Welcome back to Let's Roger That, everybody. I'm Gilles. In this episode, I'm welcoming a brand new mill drill to my shop. A King PDM-30, otherwise known as RF30, sold under various brands. This one is wired for 220 volts. So as you can see, I've already unwrapped it, but I'm going to show you some of the features of when I did bring it home and give you a tour of what I've done to it. So let's get to it. It was time to buy a brand new one. I didn't want a Bridgeport or anything bigger. This suits my needs perfectly. I just wanted something that was new to me and that gave me more precision than my old mill was doing. So interestingly enough, this one's wired for 220 volts. Comes with a cheap vise, but you know, it tilts, and I was going to make one of these, so that's kind of cool. Instead of making one, I can improve one. That's a lot better. Of course, the usual hand wheels, the crank to lift the head, the lock for the head, the 3 handles to do the drilling with. Here's a nice little feature. It comes with this nice acrylic shield. So that's gonna come in handy. That'll be nice. Oh yeah, look at that. It comes with 2 R8 adapters. So this one is for a chuck. And this chuck is a 1/2-inch chuck. I already have a chuck, but that's okay. Never have too many. One thing that's a nice surprise is this R8 face mill adapter and an actual face mill. As you know, as rudimentary as it might be, it's a face mill. So put a 4 high-speed steel. I doubt that this is it, but we'll figure it out. I'll try it. So that's nice. That's a bonus I didn't expect. Everything is covered very nicely. Look at, you know, of course, the usual. There's a nice layer of oil. This thing just put it with this plastic. You can really see the oil. But hey, you know what? It didn't rust, and it's since its creation, the ways are just really nice. Let me see if I feel any burrs in there. Not too bad. Yeah, I'm gonna have to stone this and remove some burrs from the casting, but that's okay. Let me see here. Of course, the usual brakes for the brakes for the ways, you know, the axes, X and Y. That's gonna have to go, and I'm gonna have to replace them with something like what I made for my other one here. All right, let's go back here. What else is new? Okay, well, the old mill had the on and off switch here. This is a little more modern, right? You get a turn to deactivate the stop. That's kind of nice. Let's see, year of fabrication. This was made, it appears, in December of 2021. So it's just a few months old. Very nice. The chart, wow, that's small print, but same as my old one. The top is plastic versus metal, and that's kind of nice actually. Let's open this up. Oh. Okay. Yeah. And let's have a look inside. Okay, so a couple of new belts. Pulleys are in great shape, of course. Mind you, this is all gonna get replaced soon because I'm gonna put a VFD on it. But for now, I'm gonna test it out the way it is. Here's an interesting change. See this switch here? So this is an interrupter switch, and it's meant to prevent the machine from starting while you have the lid open. That's a great safety addition. You know, I often wondered when I was working on mine. So look at that, see? It goes in, done. Now it'll start. But with the lid open, Forget about it, right? As our New York friends are saying. The motor, let's check this out. This is a one-phase 220 volt 11 amp. If I'm not mistaken, it's a 2 horsepower motor, 1720 RPM. So it's the same as motor as I've got on my other one, and it's perfect. But I'm replacing it with a 3-phase, so it's all gonna get swapped over. One of the really nice things, great insight on the part of this manufacturer, is they've actually made drilled and tapped holes here in the bed for those of us that want to have a cooling, oiling system kind of thing. So how do you access these? They're tapped on the other side here. And if you take a 6mm Allen key, the Allen key is in there. Take that out, and you're ready to plug in your stuff. Not only that, because it's threaded, you'll be able to thread in your hose into this. That's a really nice feature. So you don't have to drill, you know, helter-skelter and wonder. All right, so I've given the machine the once over, you know, and other than having to, you know, deburr some of the tracks on the inside, nothing major. One of the things that always attracts my attention is the electrical. And this reset switch here inside is where you can actually rewire your machine to be 110 volts. And there's diagrams inside showing you how to do that. Not complicated. One of the things that unfortunately I found in there is that some of the connections were loose, so I had to tighten them up. But I probably would have found that my machine would have been intermittent or not even starting at all had I not checked on that. So that's something to know. In this episode, Wall of Shame, I received a sticker from Mick Davis, who has a YouTube channel called Mick's Workshop. Make sure to check out Mick's channel. He's got some cool stuff there. Great tools, I'm jealous. And Mick is from New York. So thanks a lot, Mick. Appreciate the support and the beautiful sticker. It's right here on the Wall of Shame. Another safety addition to this mill is this little acrylic shield. Interestingly enough, they've actually wired in a safety switch to it, which is, you know, kind of an oddball thing. But should it be in your way and you wish to take it off for whatever operation, you can. There's a little Allen key in here. And once you unscrew that, you simply lift the head of your mill, pull it out, and it is now off. So this little safety switch, you can simply leave it depressed and then you'll be able to continue your operations. Another improvement, which may seem insignificant to most, is the little locking knob here for your measuring dial. That was not provided in the old mills. You had a little Allen key, and of course that meant you had to have another Allen key kicking around. Again, a nice feature. For those of you who are new to this thing of machining, and say you just purchased this mill, one of the things you'll find is that as you crank the bed, it's very tight. So what they do at the factory before they ship it out is they tighten up these screws here, and what happens is that this gib is pushed inward and it's tapered. So it pushes out against the bed and this part here and makes it hard. So you'll have to loosen this up, this one, just a touch, until you can feel that you're not struggling to move this, all right? Not too loose, not too tight. The other one that you need to do is located right here. Since unboxing this mill, I've installed my draw scales. Moved everything over from the old mill. So that's all done. Moved the head stabilizer. If you want to know how I made these things, the head stabilizer and the lifting mechanism, I have videos posted on that. I also have video recently posted about the spindle light. Okay, so if you want to know how to do that. Another feature that I moved to this mill is, of course, the Y-axis locks and the X-axis lock handles. I didn't particularly like the brand new handles that came with it. This is one that I made. It's a little faster to work. So, and I kind of like the old one for the front, oddly enough. So left that there. Now, one of the improvements of this casting over the ones from 30 years ago is that the walls of the head are actually a little bit thicker, and they're ridged in a crisscross fashion, probably to add some rigidity. And so we'll see how that works out and if it makes any difference in the operations of this mill. But it was an interesting surprise, because when I transferred over all of these accessories and I had to drill specifically for the Z-axis glass scale, and you got to drill. I had to drill and tap in here, and the cast was completely different. So that was interesting. A significant change to this mill is the addition of all these safety switches, which are all included in this box here, along with a transformer and a few other things. And what this has done is, of course, the usual lever to lock your quill has had to be changed. So they've included this swiveling type deal, and I thought it was going to be a real pain, but as it turns out, it really doesn't require a whole lot to lock the quill, and this does a nice job of it. So nice addition, and I think you'll be pleased with that. One of the things I don't pay particular attention to usually are these inspection records that come with different machines and equipment. And of course, it does make you wonder if these are accurate or whatnot. But I usually tend to go over my machines and adjust for any discrepancy anyhow, and I suggest that you should as well, if it's within the realm of possibilities. I did check the tramming on this mill, and it's bang on, so they did do a good job. The bedway is very flat, and as well as it should. And there's 0.2 of a thousandth of an inch of deflection over this whole 24-inch bed. That's very reasonable. I mean, 0.2 of a thousandth of an inch. So I'm pretty happy about that. So that's it from the shop for today, folks. Thanks for joining me. Please like and subscribe if you like the video. And I'll see you in the next episodes of Less Roger That. Take care.